Hi, everyone. This is Maheen, and welcome to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast, where we uncover insights that empower Canada's small business landscape. Today, we're diving into the exciting world of digital marketing and how small businesses can leverage tech to boost efficiency and strategy. Our guest, Dan Radu, the founder and CEO of Macro, a global marketing agency, has a decade of experience leading his agency, specializing in scalable global marketing operations. His work supercharges marketing teams into powerhouse operations and has earned his agency recognition as one of the best professional services in 2020. Without a further ado, let's welcome Dan. Good morning, Dan. How are you?
Good morning. Great, great. So happy to be here. Thank you so much for giving the opportunity to speak on your podcast.
We're very thrilled to have you at the podcast and can't wait to hear your insights. Dan, to kick things off, let's kind of begin by discussing the role of marketing tech in scaling small businesses because marketing tech has become a powerful tool for small businesses that are aiming to scale and succeed. Could you please share how marketing tech supports go-to-market strategies, especially for businesses that are looking to scale?
Well, marketing teams are always struggling to implement and operationalize their go-to-market strategies. The goals and ideas are ambitious, but putting them into practice is always a challenge. There's never enough resources, there's not enough time to do everything. You must be efficient in what you do. There's a big vision sold by a lot of the tech vendors. Actually, there's over 14,000 tools and widgets that want to support your digital marketing. I'm always skeptical of things that are so massive because they can't be all good. But I think the right question is which ones are the right ones for you? Let's say you read the HubSpot blog, which is very valuable resources, but how much of that can you put into practice without using their software or without using an external help?
Mm-hmm. That's really fascinating. I mean, marketing tech truly sounds like the backbone of today's strategies. And when small businesses understand this, they're set up for success. But Dan, what initial steps would you recommend for small businesses that are starting with marketing tech?
The reality is small businesses don't have access to the same resources and vendors like the big corporations do with huge budgets. As a small company, you can't buy the whole suite of tools from Adobe or Salesforce. There's a division of class. Many small businesses don't even have a marketing manager. What a small business should do is not follow the shiny object, but find what works for them. I encourage small businesses to seek partnerships with bigger companies. For example, if you're a small IT shop, see what partner marketing resources the big software companies put at your disposal to run co-marketing campaigns. Maybe there's something that you can do efficiently without much of an investment. We often help big companies act as the marketing manager for their smaller partners using the content and funds available from the big corporations. As a small business, maybe you can use content available for marketing and run campaigns through your SMB email marketing tool. Or maybe your big tech partner gives you access to portals that can do that.
Mm-hmm. No, it's clear that embracing tech can really transform growth potential. And listeners, remember that today's business landscape really rewards those who innovate with tech. So let's make tech work for our growth. Then, up next, let's dive into the skills needed to master modern marketing because efficiency in marketing operations is so crucial, especially for small businesses where every resource counts. What strategies can marketing teams use to increase their efficiency, especially in a small business context?
Marketing efficiency is being able to offer more value for the same price year after year. My ideal scenario is to offer more with more to our clients. So that's how we expand our business. Today, most budgets for agencies are being cut. Our work is moved internal or at staffing agencies. So it's very important to be the right partner to your clients. I always wanted to work with my clients in situations and challenges they experience when there's a difficult situation. I always try to understand what's the driving factor for a certain budget reallocation. If there's additional resources we can bring to the table, then we coach our clients in what's the right mix of resources, in-house, agency, or freelancers they could use. Another trend we see is cleaning up tech debt, and that means ripping out everything that doesn't bring efficiency to the marketing operations. I call it overcoming the marketing tech stack Frankenstein. So many tools just don't work together. Companies are often eh, they get short wins with a small tool by sacrificing long-term best practices. If sustainable growth is the goal, and if you're going to grow from a small business to a bigger business, then that's achieved better in a long term. So with longer term practices and strategies.
No, I love the focus on measurable results and smart resource allocation. It truly makes all the difference. But how can marketing teams really track and refine these efforts to ensure continued efficiency?
To be more efficient, I mean, to do more with the same investment, you should focus on quick wins and high impact projects. Maybe having good branding and a nice website for awareness is enough before trying more advanced marketing. You should outsource non-core functions. So work with agencies and freelancers, find what the right mix of resources is for you. Try maybe a bottom-up approach to make the most out of what you have and what you pay for. Don't jump on the next new shiny object. Just because there's a lot of buzz generated around generative AI, it doesn't mean that it's the right thing for you to use at this moment.
No, efficiency or efficient marketing, it really leads to bigger impacts with fewer resources. And listeners, remember, efficiency isn't just about doing more with less. It's really about making smarter choices that fuel growth. So please keep optimizing for impact. Now, Dan, let's shift our focus to discuss the role of partnerships in a business's success journey because building strong relationships or partnerships can be transformative for small businesses that are looking to expand their reach. What makes partnerships successful, and how can small businesses cultivate beneficial alliances?
Oh, it's amazing how companies have been ignoring partnership channels for a long time. Most tech companies have over 50% of business come from partner referrals. So you would think most of the budget is directed towards that, when it's not. In order to for a partnership to be successful, mutual benefits have to be taken into account. So what products and campaigns do the partners want to promote that align with what the big tech vendors products are that they want to push? You also want to think of elevating the relationship from simple referral to a partnership and then to an alliance if that's important to your business. So budgets and joint business plans will have to be dedicated towards these initiatives.
Mhm. Well, building partnerships seems to be both an art and a science, and your insight really breaks down the process. So, thank you for that. Now, Dan, for businesses that are hesitant about partnerships, what simple steps can help them ease into collaborative growth?
Yeah, good question. Well, I take a realistic look in the mirror, how a big partner will perceive you, I say. So if you're a freelancer, or if you're a small business, are you specialize in a solution or a use case? Just be very realistic about that and understand that you must climb that ladder. Be realistic about what you bring to the table in this partnership. If you're a small fish and they're the big fish, what's the mutual benefit in that case with your partners?
Hmm.
um, so reach out and see if there are dedicated people that can work with you for the partnership. If you work some big companies, see who do they have people available that can help you. They can help you do co-marketing or co-selling, or they give you the resources to do marketing. Like I said before, identify mutual benefits and how you as an SMB can support the big corporations.
Strategic partnerships can open new doors to any or new possibilities, I should say. But Dan, modern marketing teams also require a unique set of skills to navigate today's competitive landscape. What are some essential skills needed in today's marketing environment, especially for small business teams?
Yeah, there's a lot of self-education that is required for the modern digital marketing worker. There's a lot of marketing clouds, and they require skills for that are not very advanced for someone to pick up. It just comes down to the ambition and comes down to the time that people dedicate towards that. I remember with joy my time in coffee shops trying to learn some new tool and how this and that works, and other people just have to take the time to do it. And actually, an interesting thing to share, like every software vendor tries as much as possible to educate users so their software is more sticky.
Mm-hmm.
Other software vendors can produce enough certifications and online courses and documentations for the users to learn for free. So anybody who wants to work and thrive in the digital marketing work and remote work should take advantage of that and should do this learning. So the focus again, it's on self-education.
No, it's really inspiring to know that small businesses can build powerful teams by focusing on these key skills. But what advice do you have for business owners that are looking to upskill their teams?
Mm, That's good to think from that perspective. So for as a business owner, you should create career paths for your employees that tie into what your business is.
Mm-hmm.
Young digital workers that want to prove themselves always want certifications and career advancements. So you must ensure that these courses and certification help your business and are relevant for what your marketing goals are. So make sure that your employees are working towards your marketing goals, and that's what advances your career. And as your business grows, then you can reward your employees more with more benefits, more money, and so on. So make sure that basically both should be the growth of the company should be aligned to your employees' growth as well.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. Building a capable team is an investment that really pays off. And remember, listeners, please remember to track, measure, and really celebrate every step forward towards your success. Now, Dan, up next, we'll explore how companies can measure and celebrate their marketing success because market measuring success is essential to ensure that marketing efforts really align with business growth goals. What metrics should small businesses focus on to gauge the success of their marketing initiatives?
Yeah, that is a very key question. So measuring a return on investment, it's not always easy. It's not always straightforward, and big companies they don't do it that well at the in the marketing team level, and it's very hard for small medium-sized enterprises to do it as well. I think you should look for high impact activities and just look at basic things like your cost versus the number of sales qualified leads that you get.
Mm-hmm.
You should look at quick wins, how many quick wins you can do, and that's a good reward in itself. You should look for efficiency metrics as well, how fast and how much has been done using a certain marketing tactic. That's important. The industry talks a lot about return on investment, but it's very hard to track everything to measure ROI realistically. What is important to look at is impact of the marketing investment on the business metrics. For
Mm-hmm.
example, how much did your business grow in a certain area based on how much you invested last quarter or last year into your marketing?
Mm-hmm. And those are practical insights, Dan, and applying these matrix can be a real game changer. But beyond matrix, are there any other ways that small businesses can recognize and build on their successes?
Different stages of growth in a company require different type of marketings. So I always recommend to be realistic. If you're a marketing contractor, you need a different type of marketing and awareness than if you're a company of 3 4 people. And then if you're a small business, medium-sized business, then you require even more marketing. So think about it like that. Think about what's the right level of marketing for you. How much marketing it's efficient, how much marketing gives you a return, how much marketing it's a distraction for what your business is as well. Think about it. A lot of funded startups, for example, will focus on just getting to the next stage of growth so they can achieve their next round of funding. So their marketing, it's always focused to get to the next stage. So whether you got
Mm-hmm.
your seed money, then you go to round A, round B, and so on. You want to look at what those KPIs are and then focus your marketing on just achieving those goals. So, but a lot of that is changing in this new economy that we live in. So that's why we have to be very efficient in what we do, our marketing, and how you allocate the budget.
No, you're right. Measuring success keeps us aligned with our goals. Now, as we conclude, Dan, could you please share one piece of advice for small businesses that are aspiring to grow their marketing capabilities and stay competitive in the digital age?
Well, stay focused on what works for you. Find your formula, find a marketing and sales play that works for your competitive advantages, and don't get distracted by 14,000 marketing technologies out there.
No, thank you so much, Dan, for joining us. Your insights have provided a clear path for businesses aiming to make data driven decisions and embrace technology to grow. Again, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
And that was the end of our discussion with our guest, Dan Radu, who we had a pleasure of speaking with, whose expertise has truly shed light on using marketing tech to scale efficiently. And today's podcast has covered valuable insights into partnerships, essential skills, and measuring success for small business growth. We'd also like to extend our thanks to our partners, RBC, UPS, Constant Contact, IHG, and Google for their continued support, making this podcast possible and helping us reach new businesses and small businesses across Canada. For more in-depth discussions like today's, please visit our website, CanadianSME.ca, to subscribe to the magazine. Again, thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to bringing you more insights. Until next time, stay inspired and keep growing.